Hi guys, this week, first, like, subscribe, do all that sort of stuff. Everyone says it's more success if you move that to the front, but there we go. You'll also notice that I don't publish on a very, very regular basis because I don't publish just to grow the channel as some people do. I publish when I actually have something to say. Sometimes there'll be a run every single week, then I might take a little bit of break like I did last week because I was off visiting family, doing things. And that's what you should do with your writing. Write when you have some intention to it. And that's what we're going to talk about today. And we're going to talk about parentheticals. So, writing with intention. Intention is a very, very important aspect of your writing. Every scene should have something to achieve. The story should have something to achieve. You should have a reason for what you're writing. There should be some intention. There might be some great academic way or some industry accepted idea of intentionality in your writing. But I'm saying with intent. And the way that is going to translate into the use of parentheticals is when you put something inside the parenthetical. I heard some people say don't put too much, which is very true. If it's a lot of action, put it across into an action line. Though I do have a friend, we'll call him M. We've never met, we just chat online, so he's a forum friend. He uses a Korean writing style where they put everything that the character does in the dialogue. So some of their parentheticals are quite large because it's to be done by the actor. So if you're playing Craig, you see Craig, you read the dialogue, and then Craig does this, and so they don't get the continued action continued. They just put it all in there, so the person knows from the time their character's name is stated to the next character's name is stated, that is theirs to do. If there is action that breaks out, that's for somebody else. That's for the lighting guy, the sound guy, the director, a stunt actor, whatever. But if it's in that dialogue, even the action in that dialogue is for them, which is an interesting way of doing it. But we're going to look at the more conventional Western cinema style of using parentheticals and the intentionality behind it. What I've started doing is not putting an acting cue in these things as much as I used to, where I'd put angry, depressed. I think I can get that across these days, the way my writing has evolved, with the subtext of the dialogue. Sure, if I need a particular sort of delivery where the person is crying, I'll put crying because that is something they're going to do. But if it's an emotion that's meant to get across an idea, I'll put the idea in there. And the first time I ever saw this was in the screenplay for Unforgiven, where the sex worker gets cut up by this guy. The sheriff turns up, played by Gene Hackman, and the brothel owner turns around and says, well, this cowboy, he owes me money because he cut up one of my girls and I had a contract with her. And Gene Hackman goes, contract? Think of all the ways he could have done that. He could have gone contract, as in you aren't a human being. He could have gone contract, as in I've never heard that word before. How would you have a contract? But what they did, Van Peebles, I think it is. Oh, sorry. I don't know the writer of Unforgiven off the top of my head. He put the single word, property, in the parenthetical that told Gene Hackman, you're discussing the woman as if she is an object. It was a contract. He now owns her. So Gene Hackman does that when the guy goes, he owes me money, I had a contract with her. And Gene Hackman goes, contract? I'm not a very good actor. Gene Hackman's a great actor. But he does that whole, okay, so he's taken some property off you. He's devalued you your property, which happens to be a human being. I've recently done that in something I've written where it's set in Victorian, Edwardian, actually Georgian era, London, turn of the late 1800s, early 1900s. And this character has told a woman not to go out at night. And she achieves something. And he gets there and goes, yes, and I do believe I told you not to go out. And then she lists all the achievements she managed to do that he didn't get done because she just made her own decisions. You know, I did this, I did this, I did this, I did this. And surprisingly enough, I've lived as an unaccompanied woman in London for 2 years. And he just goes, correct. And what I put in brackets was, or I could have put a line saying, oh, he realises how wrong he was in this, right? In brackets, all I put was, sorry, Rose. So no matter how that actor wants to interpret that, I'm not going to tell the actor how to interpret. All I want out of that bit of action, or out of the delivery of that line, if I was directing it, I'd communicate this. But as the writer, I'm communicating it to everybody else, and they can do what they want. What I want from that line is that he's apologising by agreeing with her, that she is capable, he realises she's capable, and just by saying, correct. He's not saying, oh, well, aren't you right, aren't you clever? He's like, sorry, yeah, you're more than capable. But I want him to get it across in that one line, one word, because that's the sort of guy he is. He is that very short, sharp, precise with his language. Correct. So think about that. How can you use parentheticals without putting crying, angry, vague? Can you put your intention in there? What you want to get out of that line, the thing you want. Aim the director, aim the actor, more importantly, at what the intention of that line is, not how they should deliver it. Maybe they've decided that they're not going to be this angry, upset person that you've sort of designed the character to be. They see the character as being something more than that. They see the character having this underlying credibility, this underlying bravery, and you've got this person being timid all the time, so they're starting to perform it differently. So when you've got upset, they go, no, the person is upset. The way I see that person, they'd be confused. But does confused actually get to the aim of the scene? So put the aim of the scene there. You've put upset, they have it as confused. Put something, I'm trying to think, on my feet, which is never a good thing. But put the outcome of that line. He wins. She gets the upper hand. Whatever, concedes the point. Whatever you want that point of that line to be, put that in the parentheticals. Short one, because I haven't done a few of these for a while. I haven't been writing that much. I've been working on one screenplay, which takes all my power. Thank you for everyone who's been doing this stuff. As I said, if you could do that, it'd be fantastic. We've got the books. That's logline, which will help you write log lines. It's just all these ways of getting through a log line. A lot of people get log lines wrong. I might do an episode on log lines. I've done one a while ago, but back catalogue stuff doesn't get seen that much. There's tools, not rules, which helps you solve your writing problems. It doesn't tell you what to write on what page, none of that sort of stuff. But when you get stuck, this is the writing block unblocker. 20% off for all you guys. Writerduet will give you 20% off by just putting Craig 20. I get zilch, nothing out of that. It's just a discount for you. And until next time, keep writing. Bye.